We're up on Guia Lighthouse, and just going to give you a quick view, and I'm going to show you who else is with me today. We got two other people, so that's going to be kind of interesting. I'll tell you all about all this other stuff around here as well, but these are the two people we have with me.
Hello. Hey, what's up everyone?
And I'll introduce you more properly, and then we're going to look at everything together. This lighthouse, this view, everything around us, and also this little chapel right here. And we'll tell you a little bit about the history as well. So stay tuned. Hey, check out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. All right, so got my daughter, got Iz. He has a YouTube channel as well. I'm sure you've seen it, or you've seen him with me.
Yep.
And we're gonna kind of give you a little bit of a tour of these two things, as well as some of the stuff. I think what I'm gonna do first is we're gonna, my daughter's gonna talk a little bit about a little history of something real quick, and then she's just gonna turn it over to Iz, and then I'll kind of fill in some of the gaps with what's around us. So you want to start out and tell us a little bit about one of these two structures right here?
This lighthouse was built in the 1865.
1865? That seems pretty old.
That's super old.
And I think we're going to add, and we also have some cannons here as well, and then right next to us is a chapel. And you want to add anything that you might know about that is?
Yeah, surprisingly the chapel is way older than the lighthouse. The chapel was was made in 1622.
Wow.
So quite old. What's interesting is it took them more than 200 years to then build a lighthouse, given the fact that like Macau is this peninsula island combination, right? And that the Portuguese kept arriving. I wonder what they did before they had the lighthouse.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
But one thing I did want to mention, Kevin, you mentioned the cannon.
Yep.
So most people don't notice. They think like, wow, the sea is so far away. But actually back when, you know, Macau was brand new, the sea would have been much closer, because a lot of that, everything actually, all the buildings you can see are mostly reclaimed land. So these cannons would have actually reached into the ocean a lot further than it would have looked like now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because all of this, just to give some reference to people, there's some casinos over here, Star World, MGM. All of this is called Nape and Zape, and there's also Fisherman's Wharf, and all of that is reclaimed land. And I think the reclaimed land kind of starts where these trees, the tree line ends. That would have all been reclaimed.
Right, exactly. Like I'm looking at where there's the sands, that golden building out there. That's all on reclaimed land. The entire Fisherman's Wharf, which Kevin will show you guys, that's all on reclaimed land. I want to say, just like he said, most of these buildings that you can see would have been in the water back in the day.
Yep. Actually, this is pretty interesting too. It is like, I can also see this bridge to Hong Kong now, and we have a second bridge that's being built. But I didn't see this little new road right here from this vantage point. It's my first time to see it. That's what actually takes you to the bus station, right? I think it does. I think, yeah, the bus terminal to Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
So I think now they take this is all built within the last 5 years or so.
No, we're confused. Sorry. That road right there, that's in front of the Grand Prix paddock.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's in front of the Grand Prix paddock, because that bridge is to Taipa. So to the left, you have to go to the left, and then you go over to where all that reclaimed land is happening with the bus stop.
Yep.
Yeah, because you see that dark round structure, that's the like control tower for the Grand Prix.
Pretty cool.
Right, and right next to it is that basin. That's where a lot of Macau gets its water from.
Nice.
That's actually not the ocean. That's like a, I don't know what you call it, water basin would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget as well. There's a name for it that they use as well. They translate it into English, and I can't remember the name either. So but I think that sounds right, something like that.
They're actually starting to get ready for the Grand Prix. So I saw the construction of the post coming up right in front of that area the other day.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's. We got a little distracted. Always something interesting.
So let's show you a little bit. I'll try to get some different views of this lighthouse right here. And we got some really nice. Let me just kind of step back so we can capture the lighthouse properly. Now you can see it better than before. And then this little chapel, it was what year was that again? That was
1622.
1622. So we were reading about it just a little while ago. There's also a light that comes up at nighttime too, and that light goes up for 20 miles. Oh, you can see it. It's visible from 20 miles up in the distance, or 35 kilometers. So that, sorry, I guess the light is not associated with the chapel. It's associated with the lighthouse. And then over on this side, we can see some more casinos. We can see Grand Lisboa directly in front of us, and then we have the big skyline here too, Macau Tower as well. And I think
Tapsec. Tapsec with the library and the Portuguese architecture down there.
Yep.
And then behind those buildings, you can see the cemetery, Catholic cemetery.
So you got some really good views. One thing I wish GoPro had was a zoom camera. A lot of people use their phones, so
right, exactly.
which I won't be able to do, but I think the camera will capture a little bit of it anyways. It can definitely capture the Tapsec for sure.
I hadn't noticed. Sorry, Kevin. I hadn't noticed this blue building here. That rooftop's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
If you notice though, a lot of the buildings in Macau got kind of an interesting rooftop.
Yeah.
Some people say that's because of the feng shui that they want to add to each building, but
yeah, actually it is interesting, because if you do, maybe I'll turn the camera this way so we get the lighthouse. So we get, but basically that's oh, you want to hold it?
Yep.
So yeah, basically that's actually interesting too, because I don't know, you probably noticed the same thing, but in Macau a lot of times we're sometimes up in the sky a little bit with our different apartments, and then you can look down and rooftops, and there's a lot of creativity with it.
yeah.
Actually, even this one right here, this is an example of what we might see at other rooftops in other places. Just the fact that there'll be a space like that, and then people might put a fence there, they might put plants there, they might put furniture.
Right.
You know, they can even close it. So that's kind of an example of it as well. But here's kind of interesting spot.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about this church is I've never seen a church that has like stairs on the side. I always like, kind of interesting. These stairs technically don't really seem to like really go anywhere.
Kaya remembers this, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I was gonna ask you if you had a fun fact about them, but
I think Kaya stood once like this,
Oh yes, we took a picture.
and I take a picture, and she was frozen in that spot.
that's cool.
And then she took some other pictures where she was sitting, and I think I also used the timer,
Right there.
and I'd get up there as well. You want to get up there one more time?
Yeah.
So she's going to climb up that one. We'll come back. Very cool. I guess I better come back over here. Stairs to nowhere.
Yep.
But I'm sure they had some purpose. So anyways, I guess we got a little bit of a, I think Izzy's over here and he's checking out this bell, which has some information as well.
A little bit of history, I guess.
1707.
That's when it was made, and they recasted it in 1824. I wanted to touch it, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. The guard's watching us closely today. I think he's watching a little bit of everybody. Actually, I should also mention that the guards do watch people, because there's all these signs everywhere that say do not climb, do not. And actually, when you go up here, there's a lot of people taking pictures, and they do climb things. So you can see right here, this is they're sitting, they're climbing. So those are everywhere. So usually the guards just kind of try to stop people from climbing everything.
So they don't fall.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so this is a pretty prominent landmark in Macau, and we're just kind of come back over here, and then we're gonna film. You can also see the Macau flag up at the top there as well. So we're just gonna come up and give it a little ending to it. And there's our lighthouse. Pretty cool.
Yep, and they built this they built this a long time. When the Portuguese were still here.
1865, right?
And they have that, like the Portuguese, north and south.
Oh yeah, you can see that. Yeah, north south. They have the directions. Yeah, that's. I think that looks like it probably blows with the wind. I think. But yeah, they do have a thing up there, and there's actually days you can go up, and I think Iz has been up there before.
Yeah, I'll maybe you can tag my video.
That sounds good.
Yeah, people can see it.
So we're just gonna end with this cannon right here, and then that'll be our last shot. So this is basically the lighthouse, the cannons. The cannons would protect the city of Macau, and then we're gonna end it right there. Just as a little bit of a conclusion, there's a lighthouse up there. We were just up there. That's the chapel, I believe. And then you can see right here, there's a spot where everybody's trying to get that picture right there. And the spot is right there with the Lisboa. Okay, so that's actually kind of another spot just to come around here and give a little bit of a backside of the lighthouse and the chapel.
Do you speak Cantonese? Yeah? Oh, amazing.
There's a tunnel right here that but it's closed between 10 and 5, so we're not unable to go up there right now. But we were just checking that out as well. But yeah, that's our and then just so we can kind of share, there's basically a lot of walking trails that go all the way around in this area. Another canyon as well. I think this might have been moved to this spot just for the tourists. But this goes down quite a ways. There's a cable car that goes down into the city as well. And but we're just gonna end it here. And this is just another additional add-on for the viewer.
Is this the actual goodbye?
Actual goodbye right now.
Bye!
Hey, check it out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.